Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My idea today is share with you my perspective on the lunar eclipse on Virgo that will happen 13 or 14 of March 2025, depending on the part of the world you are living. This is a very interesting eclipse. It's an ending of cycle eclipse, and I will promise you to make it simple and short as possible, as I know that all of us in this beautiful Pisces season, we are overwhelmed with the information and it's so much happening all in once during March. March is having different kind of energies to navigate. Every single one of us are trying to make the adjustments just to make it easier for us to evolve and understand better what is going on. So let's dive in this chart. I will be sharing now the chart of the event. Keep in mind that the event chart in this particular case is for my place in BA Argentina, but at the same time, we can take a look on different rising signs, but same connections. This being said, we are taking a look and this moon that it's really near at almost 24 degrees of Virgo to the south node at 27 degrees of Virgo. This let us know that the cycle that it's about to end will need from us, from our mind and from our bodies, the purge to let go a lot of things that we are going to see now and are connected with the stellium of energies, all the planets and the north node in Pisces. And let's take a look on the connections that these planets are having if we take a look on Pisces, the Pisces part of this chart. We have Saturn, we have the Sun, we have the North Node and Neptune, and all these energies are in the last degrees of the sign. And interesting, really interesting is to see that actually days before of the eclipse, we had a phenomenon calling the rebirth of Saturn. So Saturn born and rebirth when happen a Cassimi, when they pass through the sun, they are connected and then they start to stay apart. And in that particular case, something that we have to keep in mind is in your particular and personal chart at the Pisces house, and at the same time, at the collective level, we are letting go and rebirthing new limits, new boundaries, new structures that come in from this rebirth of Saturn that actually let us know that it's a time for all of us to connect with God in a different way. For me, something that it's all about this North Node in Pisces and the next 18 months with the eclipses right in that axis is that we are reconnecting with God in a new perspective and way that only us are made it possible. And for that, of course, we must to be comfortable to dive in inside of us, connect with our inner world, and of course, uh, try to bring, this is a Pisces energy, try to bring the invisible to the routine, to the world, to the daily life. And something that I want to point in, and I know that some of other colleagues are mentioning because it's super important, is that in this particular chart, Saturn is next to the asteroid Nessus. And Nessus is actually the energy that connect with all karmic or violent events that happen in our life, this life, previous lifetime, in our ancestral life, in actually in the consciousness of the collective at the place that we are living, and this includes natives, habitants, and wars. When we have the experience that passing through violent and led us a mark of trauma. And as Saturn is able to reborn, something for me that it's important to see is like if we let all that heaviness and painful energy purge out of us, not only from our body, not only from our mind, but from our emotional world, we are able to embrace this new ability of Saturn after reborn and make it possible for us having a structure in alignment of the new world, new humanity, 5D, whatever you want to call it. It's almost the same concept, but in different perspectives and names. And for me, this is super interesting. We must to take a look at the same time that during this event, the ruler of this moon, that it's Mercury, it's actually ready to start the retrograde the next day. What happened when a planet, in this case, a personal planet as Mercury it is, stop direction to stop moving to start to a retrograde? One of the things that we must to keep in mind is that we start having some kind of confusion. We start thinking that something is wrong, that we are not completely able to understand, to see what is happening. And at the same time, we have at this very moment Venus retrograde. And in this particular case, in some point later, the two personal planets, our values, our self-confidence and autoesteem, and of course our money as a resource, it is Venus, will be at the same point that Mercury will be. And this is a new perspective and conversation about how we want to be treated, how we want to love, how we want to embrace the world, how we want to connect with a loving care that we all as star seeds been claiming and needed for a long time in life, in the world. So this for me will be a really important moment to make a space and let go. And even when for me, from an alchemical and the mystery schools perspective, we always consider that it's better don't do any kind of rituals for the moons when and for eclipses actually, because the eclipses are actually a natural way to correct um, our way of course or the path that we are taking, and that is something that happened from higher levels. The idea is that our soul actually guide us and show that we must to make some arrangements in order to move in a right direction for us. So this being said, keep in mind that it's better make a space more in this particular one and let that intention to make a void inside of you or be in a void, meditate with non-intentions and let the opportunity to life show us what we must to let go, what must to change in our routines, and keeping in mind that this axis between Virgo and Pisces, it's again about body and mind and emotion. So keep in mind that the mind that we are talking here when we talk about Pisces is the unconscious mind and the collective mind too. So many stuff that are crumbling, thank God, now about the collective will be at this particular moment a moment to stay in calm and see how that actually crumble and fall apart as we are trying to make a space to create a new world. So let me show you one particular way to use these energies. We are going to take a look, of course, in the galactic layer of this chart. And at the same time, I want to point two more things before, as can be a little bit like push and pull between a Pisces that it's an intangible energy and invisible realms. We are connecting with the sensitivity, the empathy. We are connecting with the dream world. And the other side, we have all that we must let go on Virgo perspective, that it's the control, the overthinking, the criticism, that it's actually something in our daily routine that must to uh, let go, and we must to die in a way just to have this space. But if you are having this tension, and will depend on your chart, you keep in mind that probably the door or the window to open to all of that let go will be, in this particular case, Uranus in Taurus. And having this in mind, because the moon and the sun are having a good aspect with Uranus, we will having surprises that we will let us know that if we are ready to let everything go, we will be ready to this punch of energy and surprise energy, pushing us to the new future, new self that all of us want to be. And I've been talking about this in my Spanish channel for quite a long time already. And we keep in mind all the time, please, that this is a really important year as we are training how, where, and why we must to take the accountability and make the adjustments just to be ready for the amazing and incredible fast energies, changes, and good things happening from the next year on. Please keep in mind, we are trying here to bring a perspective that will be supporting all star seeds in their journeys. But if you are in a point of your journey that you are still so much in pain and so connected with the collective and what is happening on the world, and you cannot be ready yet to have an inner point of stability or balance just to be a compassionate witness, something that will happen in these times is like, please keep in mind this year and the next. This year will let you know if you are ready to navigate really tumultuous times and more chaotic times to come in a way that you are able to take care of yourself goodly, because we are here to be beacons of light. We are here to guide others. We are here to heal others and share our light to the world. But we are not able to do it if we are collapsed, if we cannot take care of ourselves. So this being said, let me show you the beautiful energies from the galactic perspective that will be actually helping us to let all that we need to purge and let go here and now during this particular moment on this eclipse. First of all, I want to show you Antares and Aldebaran are 2 points, two fixed stars in Taurus and in Scorpio constellation. And these two are connecting us with this very intuitive energy, this sensitivity that we all have, and inviting us to sustain even when in this particular case, Uranus will be bringing surprise in our um, moments of probably releasing stuff from that sometimes are really difficult to let go. This will be supporting us in a way that we will be able to connect with our dreams. We will be able to connect with our intuition and staying stronger right there. Knowing that Nessus is next to a new Saturn, let us know that Saturn is able to start connecting and letting go all that is not longer in alignment. And at the same time, we have here not only Beta Centauri at the midheaven and actually having a good aspect with the moon and the sun, the moon, and Uranus. We must know that this is the unconditional love energy that we all need to feel support in moments that are really difficult to navigate. And at the same time, I want to point in you that in this moment in time, when we have the energy of um, Polaris right there next to the vertex of this chart, let us know that it's fundamental for us. Remember and keeping in mind that we are remembering, we are here to be guided or to find that person that will be guiding us in moments of despair. So keep your eyes open because I can tell that even in your dreams, you will receive really immense guidance and information that will be vital for you. And if you can take a look here, you will find that actually Mars, that is the energy of movement, action, and it's right there sustained by Procyon in Canis Minor. And this is a really good and beautiful energy, as is an energy that bring passionate humanitarians energies, and we will be feeling ready to be pioneers in the cultivation of energy. We can be able to making a space, making growth or receive activations of our kinetic gift. We will be the dreamers of the new earth, and that is in alignment on the planet of action. So we will start considering, because it's in air sorry, in Cancer, that it's time to let go all the path that we took already and doesn't work for us. When the planet of action is connected or is addressing the energy of Cancer, we know that the reminder will be, these are the places or the people that you already trust or try that never work, or they are not traceable, or there are not people to connect with. So even when we are revisiting the past, we are revisiting at the same time with the idea to making a new strategy to do all that we come here to do, supporting by all these beautiful energies during this eclipse event. So we are taking a look in the last emplacement that I will going to share with you today. That is markup. And markup, even when it's part of the Pegasus constellation, we know that is bringing this perspective that I'm already shared with you about boundaries, is helping us to understand that if we are able to keep in alignment our inner being with the boundaries of the external world, we are able to become a vessel of a spirit. And this is, for me, exactly where it's trying to do this rebirth of Saturn here. And for me, sounds absolutely beautiful. Probably meditate if you want to do something different during this day, how the all ways of control or suffering or the structures that still can be in touch with us from the old world and the old matrix, how this will be disappearing if we let go some stuff in our inner world, as can be, for example, in this particular case, the attachment of our victimhood, our attachment of all the moments in our life when we suffer abuses and pain, or we watch and witness violence, or the ancestral side of us that is still in pain. And for me, always is important keeping balance our material part, our human side, with this spiritual one, to being able to manifest easier all that these energies are bringing to our life. So, having this in mind, please, you can have different ways to actually utilize the energies to make room in your life for the new stuff to come, more having in mind that we are having a spectacular, strong next, the end of a month, solar eclipse that will be activating our identity, the new identity. And then at the end of a month, near that moment, next day, for the first time in 164 years, Neptune will be moved to Aries too. So having all this in mind is really important, that you get rid of all the stuff that you are no longer in alignment. It's time to sell, to get rid of, to donate, wherever you must to do with the stuff that you don't want to, even if it's just symbolic and it's only one book that you don't want to read anymore, or you are not in alignment, putting on sale, giving to someone that are interested on this. And if you want to make a super cleaning in your home, this is the time. And if you want to actually, for example, do some new healthy routines, that could be a detox, or for example a fasting, but at the same time could be a new exercise routine, a new diet, a new habit, a new routine. Can be something simple, guys. If you are a mom or you are a businesswoman, you are super busy, something symbolic could be going and do your nails, do your hair, but trying to keep in mind that this is about order, this is about alignment, this is about to live in a space for be more easy after this eclipse and during the next 6 months for us to embody mind, soul, and emotions all in alignment, just to be more in coherence. And when we are coherent, we are able to manifest easier. We are able to show our light brighter and share our service with the world. So hopefully this was something useful for you. I hope that this was really an easy way to explain something that it's bigger, but I am in alignment too with these moments. We are not needing so much information. We are needing to connect with our inner spiritual uh, part of our world. And this is the time for sure to keep our eyes open and avoid the chaos outside. So have a good eclipse, and we will be see you soon next in a few days for the solar eclipse report. Bye bye for now.